Hello and welcome back, lovely Gemini, and thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. So this is for Gemini, wherever you have it in your chart, especially Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Ascendant, signs, North Node, wherever you have it. Gemini, this message is going to be for, I am feeling the energy of the intense energy right now coming up in the collective, which is what I'm feeling, and it's Archangel Uriel. So I got to start right there. So if you're Gemini, like I says, oh, we can't run from this, Gemini. If we're saying we're completely healed, no. Let's talk in general, Gemini. This is what I feel. I feel whatever this is that Archangel Uriel is coming to our rescue, like I felt during the eclipse, because Gemini, our emotions, for some of us, like it says, your emotions are healing, which will enable you to open up to greater love. I will help you to release any anger or unforgiveness from your heart and mind. So Gemini, this is going to be like, when you think about it, Gemini, we rule the mind, right? So if you think about humiliation, humiliation is a situation, Gemini, where this could be a person, right? Where humiliation, and I'm going to get into this, humiliate is a verb. It's an action, right? Action. And then if you look at making somebody, it means making someone, I can't talk. Making someone feel ashamed, embarrassed, and foolish, by injuring their dignity and their self-respect, right? Especially publicly. And then the word from the verb goes into humble, right? Humble comes from humiliation and humiliate. And the verb is priceless, Gemini, is what I feel. The energy of releasing these enslaved beliefs, right? The mind is where we have the free will to letting go, right? And receiving the help that we need to heal this feeling of feeling humiliated. That's what's coming up, Gemini, is what I'm feeling. And it's like, when you talk about the unforgiveness here from your heart and your mind, these were, like, I felt a very powerful eclipse that's going to heal. And where is it? The hatred, right? Emotion can be hatred. A vicious cycle, Gemini, is about to end with the solar eclipse. These eclipse energies can play out for 6 months, Gemini, like I feel. So this is going to be about, this vicious cycle is ending now. So it would be a test, Gemini, if you had the answers right now, right? But it also feels like whatever energy that's coming up right now, it's time to heal your past, things that were buried, your emotions, buried emotions here that are coming up. And these are things now that are here to heal the memories of the past people, places, things where you felt humiliated, Gemini, right? So I feel that this is like, if I'm explaining, and now that we've asked the angels to help, Fiona, right? And Archangel Uriel, thank you so much. I am so grateful for your guidance coming into this message for Gemini Collective. So let's just shuffle. And here's what I'm hearing about what's coming in. So this is a message for Gemini Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Hello, hello, my loves. This is going to bring some shocking news, Gemini, okay? That will come out with the eclipse. Like something here that leaks, Gemini, right? A leak. The new moon solar eclipse in Aries is happening at the 29 degrees, which is critical, right? This is where the sun will be hidden and the moon will be around it. So the moon cards want to talk. The solar eclipse is happening on the 19th of April, Wednesday, Thursday, depending where you are. So this is for Gemini Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, for what's coming in from today for mid-April 2023. Let's say to May 15th, Gemini, because the cycle that is here with Mercury It's like Mercury goes retrograde, Gemini, right after this. So the eclipse is going to take us like on a time machine. I'm seeing Stonehenge. It's like going through, and here's what I saw. You know, like when you see those nonfiction movies and like you have to, the water is here, and you know that there's a different, it's a different, what's the word, portal, right? There's a time that we're jumping through, Gemini. So it's like buckle up, Gemini, because this energy is going to be, it's like first you stick your hand through it, right? Kind of, and then you stick your face through it. So it's like we are getting ready to land, Gemini, during the retrograde period with Venus, is to go back, way back to sometimes past lives rituals that we were the mindset of the rituals or the person that we were in the past. So there's a revisiting, Gemini, a part of us, okay? So a lot of past energy coming up to the surface here, and it's going to be for you, Gemini, on an emotional and mental level. So hang on, my loves, right? Venus also enters Gemini, right? It entered there on the 11th. So we may be interested in new ideas, new ways around beauty and image, Gemini. There's a lot of development energy here of acknowledging this now. It's like, yeah, I can see why it's coming up. Why am I feeling this way? Why did you have a dream with someone? Why am I connecting with this person that suddenly shows up? It's time to release and surrender. A lot of surrendering going to go on. The energy can get intense. Look, can get intense. Like stepping out of your comfort zone, right? Stepping out of your comfort zone. North Node in Taurus. You are not meant to fit into these circles, Gemini. You are not meant to be here where the energy, like I feel, is where there's a lower vibrational energy here, and here's the higher vibrational. This is where people made you feel like an outcast. I'm picking up this energy. This is the lower vibration part of ourselves, where there was shame, okay? Guilt, rejection, all of these things here. And now it's time, like I feel, Gemini, to step out. You were meant to stand out, Gemini, not fit in. So it's time. This North Node is going to be also because the sun enters Taurus, right? Venus on the 20th, where the sun enters. The sun will be in Taurus, and the moon, the solar eclipse is in Aries at a critical point for the feminine, divine, and the masculine, right? This is more, I'm feeling the feminine energy of breaking out of that cycle where people would humiliate you, try to bring you low, try to bring you down, try to dim your light, right? Because the North Node is heading to a higher place. It's a place of reaching your destined point where you're meant to be, what you've been called to do, North Node. So North Node is your highest, higher self stepping in, Gemini. So this eclipse that's going to come on, and look, Sagittarius, is coming in to bring luck. Luck is on our sides, Gemini. Sagittarius is on the access to us. So Gemini, if we're here, Sag is here. So this is about that balance, right? Balancing out. With Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So there's going to be a big shift in May 15th, which we'll get into. The shifting is going to be shifting out of Jupiter in Aries, and Jupiter will be moving into Taurus. So if you have any Taurus placements, North Node rising, there's your shift, opening up your destiny. And like I'm feeling, Gemini, I'm feeling this anxious energy here, right? And it's like this feeling is time for you, Gemini, to run with it, right? Be true to yourself right now. It's like, and be ready to explore with Sagittarius. It's about being fired up, Gemini. My ears are once on fire. That means big spiritual messages, downloads. Yeah, Gemini. So Archangel Uriel blends the cups of water here. There's a greater love that you're opening up to. By bringing in this forgiving others, like I feel, you can do this in prayer. You could do it in a letter. You could write it down. You could acknowledge this during the eclipse. I see the Page of Pentacles, by reaching out and saying, I'm sorry, right? Coming to an understanding. There's going to be a feeling here of the Page of Pentacles is the daughter or son of the zodiac, right? It's a page right now. It's a reaching out, which is a great opportunity, right? A message that's here brings a great opportunity. And it's like Page of Pentacles is like grounded. It's like being here with Venus landing on Earth, right? And Gemini having to ground in, right? So it feels like Gemini, we're coming in for a landing. So when you're bringing a plane in, you have to reach that level of elevation, Gemini, for you to come into balance so that you could be right there where that, you know, what's it called, that equilibrium, that landing gear. You can't put down your landing gear until you reach a certain level of elevation. That's what I remember. And then you gently be balanced and you're like, okay, landing is difficult, right? Like, landing is difficult. My ears are on fire. And I can't breathe. So when we get to higher elevations, it takes your breath away, right? It's like the higher you walk the mountains, being out in nature. It's like, especially like me, you know, I'm a smoker, so it's kind of difficult. And it's like we're coming in for this landing, and Uranus is going to bring in a shocking revelation. This is Uranus. So this is Uranus, which is in Taurus, okay, with the North Node. This is, I can't breathe. Hold on, Gemini, buckle up. Here we go. We are strong enough now, Gemini. We're ready for this luck on our side where the universe is nudging us, right? And we have Jupiter supporting Taurus, Venus in Taurus, the bull, right, Gemini? The bull, which is encouraging us to take action on our dreams, Gemini. That means we need to land the plane now. It's like with the Fool card, get ready. It's like, here we come, Houston, or the rocket ship, because this is a quantum leap. Lights just flickered. This is a quantum leap. And this leap is going to bring us back to something in the physical realms. This is going to have to do with our dreams. This is going to have to do with the potential of Venus. Like I feel, Gemini, of running with it right now. Venus is bull. It's like, go for it, Gemini. Being determined, right? This is about Gemini turning the practical, you know, it's like into things that you never thought would be practical, but are going to blow you away. And there's that don't let pride and ego get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Yeah. This is going to be fixed energy here, right? Mixing in with cardinal energy. So fixed energy is here. You could have Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius all over, like I'm feeling. And it's bringing in that balancing. There's the Libra. A new romantic cycle is even opening up now for you, Gemini. This is a big full moon that's going to, like I feel the next full moon, by the time you get into that May 15th, which my ears are on fire, it's time to hold that vision. It's time to keep focused. It's time not to be stubborn, Gemini, or hold back. It's a time to step out, like I feel, and land. Land now, right? Because Venus enters Gemini, and this is going to be a quantum leap, like I feel that we're leaping into. And I feel this with the Fool card. Look, High Priestess. See, Gemini, the High Priestess, this lets me know for a lot of us, Gemini, you are a way shower. You're not meant to stay in circles or people. You're meant to stand out. You're meant to show people the way forward. This is having to descend into the 3D. The 3D is the three-dimensional reality. We usually like to be way up here, Gemini. Like I feel air, and emotion. Pisces, 12th house, Aries. This Aries, and you see how they hidden the curtain? So the Aries solar eclipse, Gemini, is going to take us back to our roots, to our bloodlines, to showing us the sun highlighting on areas of ourselves where our abilities, our gifts, for us showing humility by trusting in, right? By trusting in Source, God. Because way showers, you're a healer, you're an alchemist, you're a sound healer, you're a seer, you're a psychic, you're an intuitive, you're a way shower. You're not meant, this is what you're meant for. We're meant to show the way forward. So it's like light workers, prayer warriors, we're meant to show the way forward. Step out of the comfort zone. Matches with North Node in Uranus. So I'm feeling like my air's on fire. 12th house is the house of mysticism. 12th house is the house of, and I love it. It's like as it is, so it is on heaven, so it is on earth. They say in the 12th dimension, where I always say, it's like you go back to the libraries in the spiritual realm. So this is about astral travel. This is about ancestral bloodlines. This is about past life regeneration. This is about the opportunities now, Gemini, that are here that take us back to ancient times, having that access, right? And it is a quantum leap because you're in and out. So there'll be a sense of you running back to the past lives energy here, where you are highly ranked, Gemini. So like I feel, the emperor, the high priestess, man or woman, right, is the embodiment of spiritual wisdom of acknowledging wisdom and the truth, right? The Torah is on her lap. So you are very much in touch with, like I feel, many languages here, many cultures, okay? This is a spiritual awakening that's happening once again. But at this time, Gemini, we were prepared for it. And we know it. We know it's time for freedom. It's time for a change. It's time to break free from enslaved beliefs, half-truths, limitations, toxic patterns, and take control of our lives in a way of simply letting them go. Letting everything go that no longer aligns with our choice that we're making. Because we're here to learn, to heal, and to evolve. And Gemini, this is the role that you will be playing, okay, as we move forward. This is a sense of freeing yourself, a liberation, right? Because the high priestess doesn't say anything. The high priestess doesn't show everything, right? There's some things that are hidden that she already acknowledges. She knows it. So she's always aware of what's going on in the darkness, right? She knows the between of two worlds here, of the world that's unseen and the world that is seen, right? She's a spiritual warrior. She's someone that's going to break out. I'm feeling the fire feminine energy, right? She's nurturing. She or he is compassionate, right? You are somebody who is emotionally meant to stand out, Gemini. So there's a big change of going back, like I feel, to visit the past. With this is going to be a deep reflection. Show me more, Gemini, of luck is on your side. And there's that Venus in North Node is very much your higher self. It is a higher version of a higher timelines. So the timelines that you have here going on, Gemini, you're in and out. You will be, like I feel, grounding in, but also, Gemini, reflecting back. Yeah, reflecting back. Because, yeah, look, see, you're looking at the tower. You're looking at something here that needs to break down, right? The tower is a sudden, something that, hang on. Scorpio, Mars and Scorpio with 3 of Wands. There's something here that you're looking at and you see something falling apart. Water. You see that, you know, this place, it's like it's time to go. You see things just falling apart. around you, right? You have this knowing, okay? But yet you're waiting. You're waiting for this Tower. You're waiting for the change. And I feel that this wait that you've been waiting in, Gemini, there is this energy of, you know, like how they say the yin to the yang. It's like dark, light, right? Because the Tower is a revelation. You know there's going to be a massive changing energy here. So when the Tower comes, Mars in Scorpio, this is what brings a sense of Six of Swords. You know which direction to go to. You know you got to move. So the Six of Swords can be, Gemini, a sense of you breaking free, like I feel, and liberating yourself. A sense of freedom is here. Making a sound decision that you know your worth, you know your value. Queen of Pentacles, right? You know you can make it on your own. You know that you're totally capable, right? And you have been giving a lot of care to situations, very committed, okay? You're very committed to your self-respect, right? You're on the throne here, right? Now you're on your throne. By this sense of moving forward, like now, Gemini, like I feel Lovers, a decision, and there, okay. So you're more interested, Gemini, right now, focused on your dreams. Your dreams are very grounded in with the Queen of Pentacles. So this is going to be a practical decision, Gemini, that I feel you're more interested. You're less interested in love and drama, right? You're someone who's been doing all the work on yourself. And by the way, it's time for this Tower moment to be for you to make some changes, Gemini, when it comes to your work, right? You can't be work, 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 Gemini, with Venus in your sign, okay, and manifest that way. You're going to need to use this fire, Gemini, Queen of Wands, right? And be, like I feel, and exposing some things about yourself, right? Spiritual, right? So this is the warrior, Gemini. This is a feeling of breaking out, whether you're a man or a woman, right? Of this norm. Because the Four of Cups are something that you're not interested in. You're not interested in relationships for a while. I feel this is like a no. So the Four of Cups is facing a situation where you did have somebody here, I feel, Gemini, that was somebody that was trying to lower you, right? Somebody that was trying to humiliate you or bring you to a lower vibration that you're moving away from. And do you see the Tower affecting this relationship? So this is what's going to be coming to the surface now. Because there could be somebody here that I feel there's rejection, right? There's a breakup. There's some kind of a shakeup that's taking place now where you're recognizing the connections from your past, okay? She's looking back. You're basically looking back at the relationships that you used to be in alignment with, that bring in a lot of people, right? That you turned your back on. Scorpionic in your energy. That you've turned your back on. You've worked on yourself. Putting in the work, knowing that you are humbled yourself, and therefore by you being committed to your well-being, okay, and committed to your home and your family, minding your own business, keeping yourself, like I feel, you minding your own business, very focused on your dreams. These people that you have here, you have someone here, Queen of Wands, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, verb, action, that was trying to humiliate you. Keep it in mind. These are people that were trying to lower your status, right? Trying to bring you down while you were working very hard and diligent on yourself. And you turned your back, Tower moments. Now you're going to have to look back at these friendships, relationships. These are people that made you, Gemini, feel ashamed, foolish, right? By injuring you in some way, your dignity, your self-respect, especially publicly. So it's a feeling here of you, Gemini. It's like verb. You've humbled yourself. You are this and they are that. Let's say that. This is where you have to look back at. And there's a sense of, you don't have to. I know what you're saying. I don't have to. I don't have to do that. I could stay at this place where I'm hanging on to what? Spiritual warfare kind of an energy, having to defend yourself night and day. Wands are spiritual. It's what you go through when you go to bed and you travel and you go back to timelines and you go back to your past bloodlines. Queen of Wands is like you. People be like, I feel, trying to humiliate you, calling you a witch, right? Your family. But they know who you are and they can't face you. Like, I feel they're looking at you. They got their eyes on you. You're not seeing this person. They're watching you, showing the way by doing it, by humbling yourself and knowing where you won't give your energy, time or energy. The Four of Cups is someone who is not focused, okay, on any offers that come in, right? Four of Cups is a feeling of meditating towards anything that doesn't align to her, that rejects her place or his place by humiliating them. So there's definitely intense energy that's coming up, Gemini. These Two of Cups can be a situation with a karmic that you're dealing with. A Queen of Wands can be someone else, right? And they see the Two of Cups, right? And you're going to need, Gemini, when I say to get ready to persevere in an area of your life, and definitely Seven of Wands. It's like a feeling of whatever competition that's coming up here, it's like not to worry, because there's going to be, like, I feel a sudden shift, Gemini, and they know you're taking off, Gemini. Like I said, you're not meant to fit in to this group here. You're meant to stand out. And Spirit says, whenever, however that happens, which, Gemini, Temperance is a time to slow down, buckle up. It's about to happen. Ten of Cups, Two of Cups. Your dreams, Gemini, Strength, Leo, are coming true. Strength, Leo, Sag. Take it easy, Gemini, with moderation. Work, rest, play. Look, that's Venus in Taurus. That's Venus in Gemini. Is a time during any kind of a battle that you have to overcome when it comes to your family and you. By achieving, okay, it is the art of walking away from drama, walking away from this Three of Swords, Seven of Cups, Libra energy, Justice. New relationships and love are here. It's like, Gemini, you're making peace, okay, Strength card, with that Three of Swords here. And there is a divine counterpart that's on its way to you, Gemini. Like, I feel there is something here that's going to shift you, that you're going to be so happy. It begins to take off, right? Eight of Wands, the Fool card, shifting you, like, I feel, in so many ways, Gemini. It's going to bring in new relationships. This is going to be opening you up to a true love. Two of Cups, Ten of Cups. True love is here, Gemini. Like, I feel you won't be able to hide your beauty. You're meant to stand out, Gemini. You're meant, like, I feel, it's like as above, so below energy here. As within, so without. How you feel on the inside, right? Because beauty comes from within, right? And this is a feeling of making you more desirable, because, Gemini, you cannot hide anymore. It's like you're out in the public and you're making people, like I said, you're a way shower. So whatever you do, you are someone here that is meant to show the way. So there you go. It's like a feeling of a vicious cycle is ending, Gemini. And whatever test that's here for you, right? So it's here to test whatever, like I felt, to get the answers, right? Things that were buried, emotions, people around you, right, of your past. This is a sense of breaking free from those barriers, right? Healing your emotion, which will enable you to lighten, right, your journey. Where the journey now that is here is where you're grounding in this energy. It's like you're too blessed to be stressed. Queen of Pentacles, okay? Strength, wisdom through whatever struggles may come up along the way. Your strength is perseverance. Hold the vision, Gemini, during retrograde. Let's get you a romance oracle for Gemini in love. Mercury retrograde, it has a tendency also to bring back past lovers, past connections. Yes, some say it can delay travel. This is a retrograde period. It can, like I feel some people say, computer problems. If so, it's a time for backup. It's time for redo. It's a time for backup. It's time for redo. It's time for a reconciliation. So for some of you, you have somebody here that is returning from your past. You do have a past life with this person. The two of you, Gemini, will be reconciling. I feel that you're making a decision. Someone from your past is back, Gemini, and they are returning to your life. This connection has past life all over it. And soulmate, Gemini. This is a soulmate that you have that's coming in. A divine counterpart. And there's going to be the time, like I feel, Gemini, either you move away, make a decision to put peace, come back to yourself in the garden, right? Where you're not humiliated and shamed for your authenticity of who you are, where you're not put down for your beliefs, right? Where you're not put down for your crazy psychic abilities, where you're not being put down and looked down on because you're a wild, crazy Gemini. We rule the air. So it's all about mentalism. It's about polarity. It's about being in two worlds and seeing the dark and seeing the light for what it is, the high priestess. Being able to have an inner knowing through the trials, through the tribulations, to going through hell and back. And now comes up very wise, very much a teacher, teaching, right? Teaching others. So this is about a sense of soulmate. You know that there's definitely a divine counterpart here. What's the advice in love? Wedding. This reconciling is someone you were married to in another lifetime. This reconciling means this is also someone who's going to want a wedding, will be involved, however you look at it. You are either married to this person, or this person is definitely, you know, a partner for some of you. Trust issues will be coming up. There you go. So for a lot of you, in order to heal this connection, you're going to have to release, right? Your emotions, surrender, heal it, so that it enables the both of you for greater love. It will help the both of you, like I feel, to reconcile your differences. Because like I feel, some of you here, this situation is calling for you to have faith. Faith and trust. Trust issues are here. Like I feel, because I see the anger, the resentment. They're about to express their feelings of love to you, Gemini. Okay? So definitely someone from your past, it's time to go ahead and make the gesture. So by stepping out of your North Node is meaning that you're stepping out of an old version of yourself, the way you used to think, Gemini. The North Node is a place of moving to your higher self, but bringing the past selves of past life's wisdom to the surface. It's like you descended here on earth during this time because you were chosen to show the way, a sage. You know, you're chosen. You're here to be the light during this stages that will be undergoing, right? Because the high priestess has access to what is hidden, right? Wisdom, knowledge, right? I'm feeling the energy here of Hebrew mysticism, right? Mysticism, occult, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, but you're using it in a practical way. So you're making magic happen, right? On earth. So that tells me, because Gemini, you're aligned, okay, Four of Cups, Six of Swords. You're feeling you need to move away. There's a relocating, a moving away. Something here in a home situation for some of you, right? You've been waiting for this. Like I felt for some of you, you've already turned your back. You've already closed out a cycle here, and you could have relocated, right? You're separated. The both of you, there's been distance, but this to me recognizes this is something you've been looking at where you know needs to change. And when this change comes in, it creates such happiness, such joy, Gemini, for being in alignment to what really matters, right? To wanting to be what really brings in happiness is by shifting, Gemini, your thoughts and your emotions, right? To support that vision of this change that you have now during retrograde, which is coming in, okay? Which is coming in. And there's definitely, for some of you, this person from your past goes way back. One more and we'll end the reading. I didn't want to stop. So sometimes you need to stop. Sometimes you need to rest. Sometimes you need to relax. Sometimes you need to go through like I felt. It's like when you go through Stonehenge, which is time traveling, right? Astral traveling. The both of you have known each other in a past life. It goes back, ancient. It's like going through that portal like I saw, and being able to go back to that timeline, a vision, and like I felt. This is going to be a very prophetic, I'm hearing, prophetic message that you're going to get from this past life connection. For some of you, you will see your past life of who you were in a past life. Like I feel when I see this card, these look like two people, okay, who are very passionate. This to me, I found that age could be a pirate. This could be somebody here, like I feel, where you could have been a woman of the night, right? Somebody who was a medicine woman, someone, or medicine man, right? And there's somebody here, like I feel, very muscular. Okay, I'm seeing past life, forgiving and learning. We keep getting this. So it's like, well, no, we haven't healed. No, there's never, I don't see a time of total. There's going to be so much that we need to heal in this lifetime. Remember, you're not only healing for this lifetime, you're healing generations. You're here to break free from the norm. You're not meant to be Gemini, and you're meant to stand out because you're here to show others how to forgive, how to learn, how to let go of resentment, how to let go of this energy of forgiving and learning is as you release and heal your past, right? This could be with friends, family, whatever. You will experience more love in your present moments. I'm feeling it coming up in our sign, right? It's been here for a while. So we're not just talking about a lover here. We're talking about friends. We're talking about people that we felt humiliated by, right? The word is coming in. Our feeling of a shame is coming up. A feeling of guilt. A sense of a loss, right? For our self-respect, okay? And for some of us, like I felt, we're not ready. But if you're going to start feeling this energy, it's like, don't let these people stop your ascension. You're ascending, baby, to a higher level. Don't let these people bring you low. We could still fly in and out, Gemini, like in a snap of a finger. We can always be connected to our ancestral bloodlines. We're here to break free of the shame and the guilt, right? If you think about Mary Magdalene, right? Bless her heart and soul. She represents a part of the feminine history with the people that were especially wanting to see her dead, right? That still till today humiliate her, that come from a lack of wisdom and knowledge, that are not ready to see the truth. Some don't want to see the truth. But Mary Magdalene, when you think about it, she was one of the witnesses that witnessed Christ, right? And you would think of the wisdom of being what was it? She witnessed, being a witness to the worlds that are here, the timelines, the shifts, a witness, because you've witnessed the timelines. Now you're doing it from a place of self-respect. And this is a place of breaking free from that shame and guilt. Because Mary, when you think about Mary Magdalene, she was with the disciples. This is about the disciples. This is about a new journey that begins, that's opening up. It's a big one. It's a big one. It's a big quantum leap. But we're taking the wisdom with us on this one. We're not leaving like a fool. We're not leading like a fool. Absolutely not. And we're not going to let anyone bring us low or bring us down. This is about ascension, ascending to a higher elevated level now. With Venus in Gemini and Mercury retrograde period, this is going to be from now to May 15th. Let's look at it that way. This is about your mindset and being invested in long-term goals. This is the new beginning that leads to 10 of Cups and 8 of Wands. You are going to be able to get a glimpse, Gemini, into your higher self. You'll get a taste of it, a vision, a taste. You'll be able to see it, a sight, Gemini. I love you. We've been spending a lot of time. I missed you bunches. Thank you. I love you bunches.